We heard from the Interior Minister, Christophe Castaner, who was here on the site a short while ago. He did unfortunately get his figures wrong. He told us, as you said there, that 4 people had been killed, including 2 firefighters. Now we've been told that's actually not the case, and the police have revised that death toll to simply 2 firefighters who've been killed. And we have seen search and rescue teams going into the building that was damaged, the site that is behind me down this road, in the last few minutes. So there may perhaps be reason for the fire service to think that there may be people who are still trapped in the site of that explosion, and they're sending teams in to go and see if that is the case. Meanwhile, there are 15 people seriously injured in hospital, of whom we're being told 3 are in a critical condition, and a further 24 people who are slightly injured, all in hospital. So this has been a very serious event. We were speaking to witnesses who heard and saw the explosion earlier this morning, and they said to us that it felt like an earthquake. It was a hugely violent explosion. It overturned cars, shattered windows several blocks away, and destroyed most of the building in which it happened. So it really was an explosion of an unusual violence. Gas explosions here in Paris aren't really all that infrequent. Normally 17 people were injured in one in 2016, for example, and really they're caused by the fact that these buildings are old. A lot of them are late 19th century. They haven't been very well maintained frequently, and as a result these gas leaks are fairly frequent. The casualty toll from this one could have been much worse if it wasn't for the fact that the fire service were already at the site when the explosion happened. They'd been called to deal with a fire that had been caused by that gas leak, and so they were already on site, and they had evacuated much of the people who live in the building before the explosion actually happened. So it could have been much more lethal than it in fact was. But as I was saying, at least 2 firefighters have been killed, and a number of people remain in a critical condition in hospital. So this is a very serious accident. We've seen the Interior Minister come to the site just an hour ago to talk about his deepest sympathy for the victims of those who were hurt and for their families.